So LEGO just revealed a bunch of crazy sets at Comic-Con. There's a new Star Trek, the original series set, there's a new Donkey Kong arcade, and there's the LEGO Shrek Minifigure Series, which, oh my gosh, we gotta talk about this. I love LEGO minifigures, and I love Shrek. What is going on with some of these characters? Like, I love weird molded heads. I love the Simpsons figs. I love the 2000 Toy Story characters, but this does not look right. Like, they massacred Shrek and Fiona and even Dragon. This just does not translate right. There are some good minifigures in here, though. Like, the best minifigure is Thelonious, the Executioner. That's an awesome piece that we would never get, an Executioner hood. Fantasy LEGO fans are going to eat that up. But, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be, like, actually having a LEGO minifigure head underneath, or that's just one molded head. I lean towards the latter. That came out great, and he has, like, the cue card that says "Aw" from the wedding. It's such a weird reference of the mic from the special edition feature where they're, like, singing a bunch of stuff. Shrek in the Swamp Karaoke Dance Party. Yeah, that special feature. Nice dual molded legs and nice outfit. But yeah, back to Shrek. That headpiece could potentially work, though it does look like something that's fit more for a midfig, like, say, a Hagrid minifigure or Dr. Robotnik minifigure body. But the face print just throws it off completely. I don't know what they're doing with the eyes here, but it does not work. And this same weird eye design is translated to Fiona and the Big Bad Wolf. It's an eye design that doesn't fit with the rest of the characters. Like, just look at any of the human minifigures and it looks completely off. They actually have, like, different eye designs here where there's the ones for Pinocchio, which is a totally different style from any of the figures, the one for Dragon, but those two actually don't look bad with their eyes specifically, but both of those also look off. They just don't really translate to the LEGO minifigure format, in my opinion. But yeah, Shrek comes with the book from the opening where it's like once upon a time, and, you know, they tell a little story of Fiona trapped in a tower. There's two exclusive 1x2 printed tiles going on there. It's weird that the princess design isn't a minifigure. Also, the front of the book cover is actually like the one in the movie that's also print. And I do like how they have this torso going on here that looks like it's extended, but that's actually just like a skirt piece in tan, which we haven't gone in that color before. You got printed legs all the way down to the feet right there. The design of Fiona, again, just looks off, which is so sad. I mean, Ogre Fiona was such a huge crush of mine as a kid. They did not do her justice. Again, those eyes just look way off. You know, with the Shrek 5 sets coming out next year, I thought they would do human Fiona in the CMF series because there wouldn't be a chance to get her with the Shrek 5 sets, but apparently not. The dress piece and torso print is fine. It's interesting because she's paired with Donkey. That's like her accessory. It seems like Donkey is two pieces. It's kind of like the Scooby-Doo piece where he's sitting down and he has a separate piece for the head. So it looks like you could rotate that head around. Donkey also looks off with those teeth showing, where the teeth is almost the same color as like the muzzle going on there. And it just looks like it almost blends together for a very strange looking face. Again, not a great translation. Actually, the more I look at it, he also shares those same weird eyes that Shrek, Fiona, and the Big Bad Wolf have. And speaking of the Big Bad Wolf, yeah, the design here is a bit woke. They have cross-dressing, gender-confused wolves in this LEGO minifigure series. I'm being sarcastic. I'm memeing. But the design of this almost would translate perfectly if they just had a little bit better eye design. That's the only thing off here, because the rest of the minifigure actually looks great. I love the sculpt of the head and the bonnet. The torso, which even has some nice arm printing, which is different on both sides, and the dress piece. And here's another problem with this minifigure series. They have the 3 blind mice as an accessory, and you can see it's with the wolf here. And it's literally the same design for all 3 of those different minifigures. Like, they have the exact same expression on all of them. Like, you couldn't even change the 3 blind mice's facial expression. Like, they don't just have this facial expression in the movie. So you're basically wasting an accessory slot. But it's not even like every character has an accessory. They really lazed out with some of these figs, I'll tell you. Now, one of the better translations is Prince Charming. He looks fantastic. I don't have any problems there. He has the regular LEGO minifigure head with regular printing designs. The eyes aren't off or anything like that. And note his 2 facial expressions. Love the arm printing. Love the dual molded legs. And I believe that's the first time we're getting that hair piece in that specific shade of yellow, which is really neat. The design of the fairy godmother also looks perfect if you ask me. I love that new hairpiece that we get with her. Another lovely outfit with even like arm printing. So many new dress prints in this series. I also like that she has the accessory of her business card. That's a 1x2 print. Honestly, out of all the non-human characters, Gingy is the best looking minifigure. I mean, that's a perfect interpretation for minifigure size. Of course, the scaling is all over the place with this series, from Dragon to Shrek to Gingy. But yeah, it seems like this is the first time we're getting a round headpiece like that doesn't have the side cookie design that the original Gingerbread Man had, which they reused for a bunch of different minifigures. And we had so many different instances of that Gingerbread Man with variants from seasonal sets and things like that. It is a little bit repetitive in that regard, but I mean, Gingy's such an iconic, funny character. I don't entirely mind. I like the printing and everything there, and his lollipop accessory, which seems to have a nice sign print. And then I'm conflicted with the Pinocchio minifigure. I mean, it's accurate exactly to the sculpt from the movie. There wasn't much of a way to get around this. I almost kind of wanted them to do a minifigure head like the Disney Pinocchio minifigure and maybe do some type of specialized hair hat combo. But instead you just get one really funky molded head. I mean, it is creepy in the movie. Like, he does look off in the movie, so it's not like, you know, the worst thing out there. Like, I think it's a better translation than, say, Shrek. You have nice dual molded legs and arms there, which even the torso has some really nice printing. And he is the second minifigure with one of the 3 blind mice. Again, exact same 3 blind mice design for all 3 of these minifigures. Actually, the last of the 3 blind mice characters is Puss in Boots, which we did get Puss in Boots in that Shrek buildable statue set. And you got the same sculpt going on there. But this one has Puss in Boots' adorable face, you know, the pleading face that he uses. So it is a distinct exclusive print. And you can see his torso and legs are actually different. He doesn't have that cloth printing on his torso. He actually doesn't have the cape piece either. And in this series, he has short legs, which are also seemingly like a dual molded design. I mean, I really like the coloring of what's going on there. I think LEGO did a good job distinguishing this from the one in the Shrek buildable set, and plus it's a much cheaper way to get that character. The sack accessory is pretty boring though. Then there's Dragon, which, look, I had a huge crush on Dragon. Yeah, I have a distinct taste for Shrek Woman, but yeah, she was a huge part of my childhood. This does not translate well as a minifigure though. Like, I love weird minifigures, and this is definitely one of them, but yeah, I wish we just got like a big buildable dragon set instead of a buildable statue of Shrek and Donkey. Like, a buildable dragon set would genuinely be cool and make sense, and you can make it minifigure scale and everything there. The design has a totally new sculpt for the head, but it seems like the wings are just the one that they've used for the gargoyle since, what, series 14? We've had that a couple of different times. The coloring of red for those wings is exclusive, though, from my understanding. But yeah, the body and legs there just does not look right. She lost, like, all her thickness. And, like, I don't know why her body is, like, a pink. Like, I thought she was, like, red. But it does seem like they have a new color for that dragon tail piece. So yeah, there's some great pieces here. It's just like the execution is really odd, and that head doesn't work for me. Okay, speaking of odd execution, I actually don't love Lord Farquad either. I think he's the worst of the human designs here, because Lord Farquad has such a distinct face sculpt with the chin and everything there. It's lost here, but like, it's similar to, say, the loss that the first Disney series 10 years ago had with, say, Captain Hook. It would be extremely hard to capture that with an actual minifigure, but I do think they should have had some cheekbones or something going on here. I kind of miss cheekbones. They don't add that too much to minifigures anymore. But yeah, the sculpt for the hair and the hat is absolutely perfect. The torso and the legs are perfect. You got some dual molded legs. You have some printing on the dual molded arms. And his accessory is the magic mirror on the wall, which I love how they Legofy that with a LEGO minifigure head print in the middle. Seemingly, it's a printed oval shield piece. And the final character is Merlon, which, yeah, Shrek the Third representation. I don't know, that's my least favorite Shrek movie, so I'm kind of like, eh. But hey, a cool wizard minifigure works, and they really went all out with the printing here once again. You do get that existing wizard hat piece, but with some really nice gold trimmed printing and everything. Dual molded legs, and some nice torso printing as well. I do kind of wish that his beard was just a new piece that was much longer. The design has those little power blast accessories, which I wish they had a more interesting accessory. It would have been nice if they threw in a new print for Merlin's magic book. But yeah, Shrek series is not a bad idea at all. It's just the translation of a lot of these characters, especially the very important ones like Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, and Dragon, all don't pan out really well if you ask me. And it's not something minor like a torso, no, it's like the face that looks way off. And then there's just weird choices with the accessories. Somebody like Dragon missing accessories altogether. Like you could have just added Dragon's gold. And then some of them just having spammed accessories that are the exact same. There was an easy opportunity to have 3 different blind mice, but instead they used the exact same facial expression for all of them. It's really lame in that regard. So yeah, I can't help but be disappointed by this series. Anyways, this series releases September 1st. You could tell that they tried to tie it in with Shrek 5, which was supposed to release in December of this year. That got pushed back until June of next year. I hope that doesn't hurt the sales of this too much. I mean, there's not really characters I feel they're missing out on. The only one that comes to mind is I would like some Shrek Forever After representation, which I like Shrek 4 more than Shrek 3, and Rumpelstiltskin would have been a fun character to include in here, especially since his accessory would be so easy with his pet, which I can't stop thinking about the horrible ending his pet has. Like how Fiona and Shrek kill this at the end, like just cold-heartedly, and like Fiona wasn't even aware of what happened or anything like that. Like they just wanted to mess with this guy hard, like in the cruelest way possible. If you are a Shrek 3 fan, you could say, oh, why don't they have Arthur? If you're a Shrek 2 fan, I mean, which Shrek 2 rocks, Fiona's parents would be cool, but I feel like if we had a 16 minifigure series, we would have saw all of those characters. No, they would never give us her. So let me know what you think of this series in the comments below. Am I too harsh on it, or do you agree that this is pretty much a disappointment? Also, I'm sorry I didn't include the other Comic-Con reveals in this video. I usually would, but I was running behind on this video, so I'm just going to put this up and then work on that later. I'll see you later. Peace out.